Good day everyone, I'm Syla Dichonco. I'm going to report the impact of the economic crisis on innovation. Economic downturns often force business to spend cautiously, particularly in areas like innovation where long-term returns are uncertain. The 2008 to 2013 financial crisis significantly reduced firms' willingness to invest in innovation, but this trend was not universal. The economic crisis presents both challenges and opportunities for innovation. While it generally leads to reduced investments, it can also prove firms to swim against the stream, seeking to innovate as a means to emerge stronger post-crisis. Next is fostering innovation in the United States and Japan. The approach to fostering innovation are significantly throughout countries, and regional factors impact the effectiveness of innovation at the state and national level. While Japan has historically provided expensive support and subsidies to promote industrial innovation, the United States has largely adhered to the Chicago School paradigm na pinapaboran ang kaunting intervention ng pamahalaan at pinahihintulutan ang libreng merkado na humimok ng pagbabago at pagiging produktibo. Both interventionist and free market approach have their merits and can lead to successful innovation outcomes. Gayunpaman, ang bisa ng mga estratehiyang ito ay maaaring maimpluwensyahan katangiang pang-ekonomiya at mga balangkas ng pamamahala ng kani-kanilang mga bansa. The third is triple helix of university, industry, government relationship. A triple helix model represents a paradigm shift in innovation, emphasizing the collaborative efforts of universities, industry, and government. Binibigyan din ng modelong ito kung gaano kahalaga para sa mga universidad na magsagawa ng pananaliksik dahil gumagawa ito ng mga bagong kaalaman or nagbibigay ng mga bagong kaalaman, technologically expertise, and human capital that are valuable assets to the economy. Binibigyan din ito ang kahalagahan ng mga makabuluhang pagtuklas sa pagtataguyod ng pagbabago sa ekonomiya at panlipunan. The triple helix concept, empowering universities to develop, disseminate, and apply knowledge, would boost innovation and economic growth in the knowledge society. So this diagram of the triple helix model of innovation, which illustrates the collaborative relationship between universities, industries, and government in driving innovation. These three industries interact on a local, regional, and national scale. Other components of this ecosystem including supplier chain, startup, venture, capital firms, and international corporations. Number 4, business environment and innovation. So, ang tamang business environment ay mahalaga sa pagpapaunlad ng innovation. Nagbibigay ito ng mga kinakailangang signals and incentives for business na mamumuhunan sa mga bagong teknolohiya at pananaliksik. Si Joseph Schumpeter, isang kilalang economist, emphasized technology as growth engine na mangailangan hindi lamang ng mga ideya but also the resource and time. Ang conducive business environment ay isa sa naghihikayat to invest in innovation through stability and appropriate incentive. Mahalaga ang microeconomic stability dahil binibigyan nito ang mga negosyo ng kumpiyansa na mamuhunan sa mga pangmatagalang proyekto. Gayunpaman, ang pang-akit ng mga short-term gains must be managed to ensure that the investment are channeled into meaningful innovation effort. A business environment that balances stability with the right incentives can drive innovation. It should encourage firms to look beyond immediate profit and invest in the future, leading to sustained growth and development. Next is number 5, waves of innovation and growth. This in historical overview. So the works of Conrad Leaf and Schumpeter identify a pattern of economic growth in the historical evolution of capitalism that is defined by distinct wave of innovation. These waves demonstrate that technological leadership change throughout time and is not static in terms of geography. Leading the first wave were Britain, France, and Belgium, followed by the emergence of the United States and Germany in successive waves. By the fourth and fifth waves, Japan, Sweden, Taiwan, and South Korea become prominent players. Each wave of growth ay hinihimok ng mga pangunahing inobasyon sa mga produkto, proseso at istruktura ng organization na humahantong sa mga makabuluhang pagbabago sa lipunan. The quadratic wave pattern ay nagpapakita ng dinamikong katangian ng pagunlad ng ekonomiya by demonstrating how each wave improves upon and corrects the loss of the preceding one. The information revolution is driving the present wave, which is still changing the social and economic landscape. Lastly, fostering innovation in late industrializing countries. Innovation in late industrializing countries is a testament to the transformative power of strategic policy and entrepreneurial spirit despite the absence of a historical technological lead. The journey of Southeast Asia countries tulad ng Taiwan, Malaysia, and Korea exemplifies the varied paths to industrialization. Ang mga bansang ito, initially export of basic commodities, have shifted towards industrialization by utilizing a variety of policy during various periods. The experience of these late industrializing nations ay binibigyan diin ang kahalagahan ng mga adaptive strategy and proactive private sector in fostering innovation. Ipinapakita na ito na sa tamang paraan, malalampasan ng mga bansa ang mga initial disadvantage and to achieve the technological leadership.
Innovation in wider context. Innovation, important to economic growth, recognized the engine driving progress by Joseph Schumpeter's. Theory is a continual process building existing knowledge to leading to innovation hub in certain region. Alfred Marshall stressed the state the role fostering the innovation, providing essential infrastructure, technology, and human capital. Yet innovation, in complex influence by international condition, integral economics view innovation embedded within the societal context. Short-termism risks the overlooking long-term growth opportunities in Turkey economy. Inclusion, innovation, and sustainable growth demand a collaboration between the business and state, addressing both the short-term challenge to a long-term goals. The role of state in national system of innovation. The state of national system of innovation are significant and comprehending innovation. Within the capitalism enterprise, national economics obtain future dominant economic organizations such as South Korea, Chibol, or Japan, Keiretsu. The dynamics between the state business vary across national shaping distinct business environment. This interaction influence and societal business value, attitudes, and ethics. Historical disparities has established both advantage and disadvantage on business, particularly regarding to innovation. Innovation has historical pivotal role in driving economic progress and developing within the capitalism. Why principles on state for so much? Mariano Mazzucato emphasized the significant role of the state, catalyzing groundbreaking innovation exemplified by the Apple success. Technology like the internet, GPS, and touchscreen crucial for Apple product were developed the substantial state of involvements. Google search algorithm, the cornerstone of success, receiving funding from National Science Foundation. State-funded research from notably through the organization, pharmaceutical companies, despite public investment, firms like Apple often minimize tax burden, shifting profit option. National state of role innovation facilitation. 1. knowledge generation. Government stimulate innovation by generating, subsidizing, and disseminating knowledge, encouraging the conversion into marketable goods. 2. Uncertain management. State the innovation address economic, technological, and marketal uncertainty, hindering the innovation to the subsidize, tax the incentive, and economic stability. 3. Infrastructure provision. State that provide the critical infrastructure such the transportation and communication system essential for industrial development and innovation. 4. Cooperation and governance. Certain the technologies necessitate state-led the cooperation government foster development and adoption, shaping innovation agendas, facilitating collaboration. 5. Political influence. National state influence the international and religion standard, shaping business, participate innovation, regulation in human rights policies, fostering industry leadership and innovation. National scientific capacity and R&D offshoring. Government goals and national aspire to lead to scientific fields and interacting industries, and R&D to their source. Rise to offshoring. Recent years have seen the surge in R&D offshoring due to factors like cost savings, access, specialized knowledge. Thomson finding research by Thomson 2013 reveals fields and offshoring R&D to access niche skills special from less technologically and advanced region. Motive offshoring aims not just to cost reduction but also accessing specialized expertise and different global region. Implication. This trend stress the global collaboration and recognizing diverse skill and knowledge. Government need to invest to local talent while fostering international partnership for mutual gain.
Good day everyone, I'm Jeremy de la Cruz, who started for the review of entrepreneurship, innovations in entrepreneurship, innovation union, and the role of innovation in entrepreneurship. So first, entrepreneurship. It is action of an entrepreneurs to start an enterprise or business. It is the capacity to conceive and construct something from almost nothing. It is also considered as a way of thinking that looks for chances and reaps rewards from starting a business. Additionally, Joseph Schumpeter was among the first to describe entrepreneurship precisely. He made a distinction between inventions and the innovations of entrepreneurs. According to Schumpeter, innovators are not only figuring out how to effectively exploit inventions but also propose new products, services, and organizational structures. He even pointed out that the process of producing these inventions requires the same level of skills, bravery, or fearlessness as in the original creation. So basically, entrepreneurs or being an entrepreneur involves being innovative. And in order to make a profit, it also needs the aptitude and desire to design, organize, and oversee a company, endeavor with all of its unknowns. Next is innovation and entrepreneurship. So in the context of entrepreneurship, innovation is the process of generating fresh and original ideas, as well as developing them into goods or services, and of course introduce them to the market. It is also the capacity to spot a void in the market and either fill it with something new or figure out how to do something that's previously been done better. Next is innovation union. As As our economy being more and more dependent on innovation, European Council or Europe has been able to launch a union which is called Innovation Union, which has the goal to establish a true united European innovation market that would draw in creative firms and enterprises. Additionally, it is also necessary for the innovation of the European Union, which aims to support consumers and workers in addition to raising living standards, fostering a greener society, and generating more employment opportunities among its member states. And lastly, the role of innovation in entrepreneurship. So, innovation is a vital component of business success and a major force behind entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs can find new possibilities, find solutions to issues, and launch new goods and services. It aids businesses in expanding, growing, and adding new employees. So basically, innovation and entrepreneurship are mutually dependent, with each fostering the other. Innovation is and will remain a vital component of business success and the future direction of the international economy as it changes and evolves. Again, this is Sherry de la Cruz Star reporting.
Technological entrepreneurship, a question of context. Understanding entrepreneurship requires specifying the level of analysis, whether it's focusing on the individual entrepreneur, organization, industry, economy, or society. Additionally, the time frame past or future needs to be defined along with the specific phenomenon or issue under investigation. For instance, examining successful firms like Microsoft or historical events such as the growth of the Roman Empire can provide valuable insights. Furthermore, contemporary topics like entrepreneurship, education, and high technology, small firms formation, as discussed by Professor Ray O.T., shed light on challenges and opportunities is fostering economic growth. The next topic is National System of Innovation and Entrepreneurship is therefore provided by a combination of several areas of policies. One of the major weaknesses of the effectiveness of policies to develop technological entrepreneurship is insufficient recognition of the overlaps and linkages between these four areas. The first one areas is science and technology policies involves government decision that influence scientific research, funding allocation, and application to achieve various national objectives, including technological innovation for commercial, defense, the healthcare, environment services, with innovation policies stemming from the broader context of science and technology policy evolutions. In essence, is about how government shape scientific endeavor and technological advancement to serve societal needs and strategic goals. The next one is small and medium-sized enterprise. Are business characterized by their relatively small scale of operation, typically with fewer employees and lower in revenue compared to larger corporations. Despite their size, small and medium-sized enterprise play a significant role in driving economic growth and innovation, contributing to job creation and fostering entrepreneurships with local and global markets. Business incubators support startups by offering various assistance, including shared services, expert guidance, and access to funding. And they come in different sizes, increasingly focused in technology, often located near research hubs to provide entrepreneurs with access to research and networking opportunities, fostering collaboration and strategic alliance with established firms. The next one is innovations. With the EU and in other countries too, such as South Korea, innovation policies has focused generally on 4 key objectives. The first one is the generation of new knowledge. The generation of new knowledge refers to the process of creating novel insights, information, and understanding through research, experimentation, or innovation. The second one is making government investment in innovation more effective. Making government investment in innovation more effective involves optimizing the allocation of funds and resources toward initiative that foster technological advance and economic growth and social progress, and often through strategic planning and target funding and collaboration with industry and academia. Then the third one is enhancing diffusion of knowledge and technology network interaction effects. Enhancing the diffusion of knowledge and technology through network interaction refers to the process of facilitating the spread of information and innovation across interconnect networks and leading to accelerated adoption and utilizations, and ultimately driving economic and social progress. The last one is establishing the right incentives to stimulate private sector innovation to transform knowledge into commercial success. Establishing the right incentives to stimulate private sector innovation to transfer knowledge into commercial success involves implementing policies, regulations, and incentive that encourage business to invest in research. The entrepreneurship policies. Entrepreneurship policies have focused on nurturing new entrepreneurs and early stage firms, but there's often a gap in integrating entrepreneurships and innovations policies, which are crucial for economic and social benefits. Recognizing the symbiotic relationship between entrepreneurships and innovations is essential to optimize their synergies for societal progress and economic growth. In the case study, in the summer of 2013, Domino's franchise in the UK showcased a video featuring drones delivering pizza, raising question about whether it was linear product testing or the publicity stunts. While drone technology has been predominantly associated with military use, its potential raises concern about the safety and privacy, especially regarding increased air traffic and continuous outdoor monitoring. These are study delves in challenges and application of integrating drones the commercial operations. So, ang innovation doon sa case study yung drone na yung pinapadala, hindi na yung tao, kasi para iwas sa traffic. Kaso nga lang, ang ginagamit ng drones para sa mga military na spy, kaya pinagbabawal nila ito. So ayun ang akin mga reports and topics. Thank you.